Oh, hello, everybody. Let me check my tech 1 second. Want to make sure I'm in the right spot. Yep, there I am. Perfect. Happy Friday Eve day to everybody. And I apologize for being late. I was messing around with something on my website and in Canva. And anyway, looked at the clock and I was like, oh boy, I'm a little late to my own live training. All right. So, how to have authentic conversations in the DMs that lead to business growth and email list growth. That is what we are talking about today. And I've got Facebook on my laptop down here with LinkedIn. Instagrammers are up here on my cell phone. So if you see me looking back and forth a little bit, that's what I'm doing. But happy Friday Eve day to everybody. This is a hot topic, and it's something that I covered back in March of this year, but I brought it back because I'm getting a lot of questions about this from my clients and from people that I'm interacting with in Facebook groups. We are being spammed every day, right? In the DMs, those cold, spammy, messages where somebody's just trying to sell you something, they feel terrible. But here's the thing. I'm going to teach you today how you can have authentic conversations that feel like you, that don't feel spammy or weird, ones that actually lead to growth in your business, and why we have to do this in the first place. Plus, I've got a free download for you to help you dive deep and learn this email list growth strategy even better. But first, if you're new to me and I'm new to you, I am Tracy Beavers. I am your business and sales coach. And with almost 20 years of experience in marketing, sales, and business growth, I have helped hundreds of entrepreneurs just like you get visible so you can grow your audience, grow your email list, and get that consistent monthly income you want without paid ads. You can gain the income you want and grow your email list with ease. And when you coach with me, I give you a clear roadmap of action steps, all laid out, easy to follow, so you know exactly what you're going to do every day, and we get to your goals together. And every strategy I teach you, everything we do together is going to lead to your email list growth, because that is the key to getting that consistent income that you want. With me, all roads lead to list building. That's the way I run my business, and that's what I teach you with my visibility strategies. And I know you love a roadmap, because I do too, and I know that you're tired of wondering how to grow your email list. When is this business thing going to get easier? I know that's how you're feeling, because I felt that too. So reach out, set a free information call, and let's talk about what's going on with your business. And I love to shout you out. So I want to shout out one of my private one-to-one clients that's in my elite program. Her name is Susan. We've been working together for the past 10 months. She Voxered me the other day to share with me that she had achieved her goal of finally having a six-figure year. And we still had 1 month left of the year to go. You guys, I screamed so loud, I think I scared our dog. It was such a great moment. And I was so proud for her, all the work she's put in. And I want you to achieve your big, scary income goals too. So let's connect. And my 8-week group coaching program, Business Visibility Made Easy, I've mentioned it the last few weeks. We just closed one of the rounds of it. It's reopening in mid-January. It's called Business Visibility Made Easy, a step-by-step system to grow an email list of your ideal clients without paid ads. And this program teaches you what no one else is teaching. You've been creating lead magnets, and those are important for email list growth. But did you know there are many other strategies you can use besides just creating lead magnets and pushing them out into the world? And if you're curious, jump on the wait list for when the program reopens, so that you can attend one of my live masterclasses and check it out. And I only take 30 students in each round. We already have over 161 people on the wait list. I think it's more than that. I forgot to check today. So do not miss your opportunity, because the seats are going to go fast. And if you want to improve your visibility, grow your audience and your email list so you have people to sell your offers to, this program is for you. So go to tracybeavers.com/BVME for Business Visibility Made Easy and get on the wait list there. I know my assistant Jill's going to pop that into Facebook and to LinkedIn for you guys, and YouTubers, it'll be in the show notes. So tell me, are you here live? Are you catching the replay? If you've got questions or comments as we go along, toss those into the chat. Instagrammers, I will see yours after the training is over with, and I can DM you and we can talk there. Authentic conversations in the DMs, right? LinkedIn, same thing. I will see your comments after the training, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you've got. If you're coming to me from Facebook, go to StreamYard.com/Facebook real fast. Just go real fast. Give StreamYard permission to use your name so that when you comment, I can see who you are, because otherwise I can't see who you are until after it's over with. All right, today's topic: how to have authentic conversations in the DMs that actually feel good and lead to business growth. Now, again, I covered this topic back in March, But because it was so popular and because I get loads of questions about how to build an online business in the DMs and how to network, I decided it was time to dust it off and bring it back. And really quick, a few of my Facebook group members last week asked me to do a training on how having your own free Facebook group can grow your email list in your business. So because of that suggestion, and thank you for that suggestion, you know I want to know anytime there's something you want to learn or know more about. I'm going to cover that next week. So mark your calendar right now, December 29th, Thursday, 11:30 Central. Okay, here's the thing. We are building businesses online, right? And in order to build any business, we've got to be connecting with other people. Any business, it doesn't matter if you're brick and mortar, if you're online or whatever, we have to be connecting with other people. We have to be networking. And when I say the word networking, you probably just visualized attending an in-person event like the Rotary Club or your local Chamber of Commerce or civic organization, right? In person, room full of people. Well, the way we bring this online to build our online businesses and meet people globally, we have to network. And that can be done daily in the DMs. And it's really one of the only ways to truly network online. I mean, in my opinion, I know that there are networking groups and things that meet regularly online. But if you want to keep those connections going and you want to actually lead to list building growth and business growth, that's where we've got to get into the DMs. And I know when you think about having conversations in the DMs, it makes you squirm, right? It makes you uncomfortable. And I know this because I've coached hundreds of entrepreneurs and they've all felt that way. I get it. I've been there. I felt uncomfortable too. But I knew that if I was going to build my online business without paid ads, then I had to figure out a way to network in the DMs without feeling gross about it and being authentic to me. So let me save you some time and I'm going to share with you what's worked very, very well for me. Because how many of you met me through the DMs? Show of hands. I mean, that's how I network. That's how I meet people. And I think it's fun. Anyway, I'm going to teach you how to do it. So let me ask you this. How many times have you received one of those cold, spammy DMs and you just cringe? And it hurts my heart. It happens to me all the time, every day. And I toggle back and forth between truly wanting to help these lost souls figure out a way to do networking the proper way and have sales and do it in an authentic way. So I toggle back and forth between that and just ignoring it and deleting it. And in the end, I end up just ignoring it and deleting it because I've tried to have conversations with these people and I just don't think they're listening. But can you relate to me on that? I would love to know. Do you ignore them? Do you try to save their soul? What do you do? Let me know in the comments. And here's the thing. It's probably not their fault. They've either gotten some really bad advice from their coach or a friend of theirs, or they just don't know any better and they're trying anything they can do to get sales. And I'm going to make a confession right now, as long as you don't judge me. This is a no judgment zone. Would it surprise you that I was once very guilty of this strategy? Right? I know. Okay, full confession. It was over 7 years ago. I was building one of my first businesses. I hadn't built a business in years. I've built businesses years ago, but not in the online space. I'd never used social media to build a business before. Yes, that's how old I am. I am a dinosaur. I was building businesses back in the Stone Age when we didn't have social media. But I got some really bad advice from leadership. And I was told to make a list of 200 people and send them all messages. And it pains me to even think about myself doing that. And it was so embarrassing. And here's the truth. It didn't feel good. It felt spammy. It felt weird. But I thought, well, I don't know any better. Maybe this is how online businesses are built, right? Turns out it was a bad strategy. And I actually ended up ruining some relationships with my weirdness. I mean, it was bad. So anybody else willing to admit that they've done that? It's okay. Judgment-free zone. So what do we do then? I mean, how do we use social media to attract people to us and have those awesome conversations? The ones that feel as if we are in person, the ones that feel as if we are sitting next to this person at the coffee shop, ones that lead to visibility, to business growth, to email list growth, all of those things that we want. So I want you to know, most of all, that this is a slow growth strategy. You cannot rush it. It's not an overnight thing. If you rush it, you're going to shut down the connection before it ever gets started. Because think about it. If you sat down next to me at a cocktail party and told me your name and you said, "Marry me," I'd be like, "No, thank you." First of all, I'm happily married. But second of all, I'd be like, "No." And I would probably just find a reason to move swiftly away from you, right? This thing, having DM conversations is a ping pong experience. It's like dating. There's an ebb and a flow. The conversation really cannot be rushed. Now, it's not going to take forever either. There are ways to construct the conversation in a way that leads to business growth for both parties in the conversation, but you really can't rush it. And I want you to be a human, and I don't mean to be flip when I say this. Working with my clients, there's this disconnect that happens when they think about connecting online. For some reason, our brains think it is completely different than connecting in person, and it's not different. The only difference is the location of where the conversation is taking place. I want you to hear me. The only difference between in-person and online is the location of where the conversation is taking place. Instead of a coffee shop, it's in the DMs. But the conversation flow stays the same. So I want you to visualize yourself sitting next to that person. There's a human being on the other end of this conversation that has the same goals, the same hopes, dreams, doubts, struggles, family, kids, just like you do. This is networking. It's making connections, getting to know other people and what's happening in their world before we ever think about talking to them about our products, our services, our courses. And social media makes it really easy for us to forget that there is a human being on the other end of that conversation and in the comments, because it's a flat screen that we're talking to, right? It's a flat screen. It's a flat photograph. You forget that there's a human being on the other end. This is very similar to a training that I gave you guys not too long ago about how to write emails that your clients are going to want to open. When we write emails to our clients, I want you to picture that you're talking to that person as if you're sitting next to them in a coffee shop or at the lunch table, at our Chamber of Commerce meeting, or whatever it is, you're in person. It's the same thing here in the DMs. We want to be human beings. We want to pretend that we're sitting next to the person that we're talking to. And here's the big thing. This will make you feel a lot better about it. Take the sale out of it. Just like I teach you in my training, Selling Without Selling, forget about your product. Forget about your service. Take the word sale out of your mind. Lead with your heart. Find out who the other person is. Just have a conversation. And can you help them in some way? If you are just meeting this person for the first time in a coffee shop or at a Chamber of Commerce event, you would not walk right up, introduce yourself, and bust into your sales pitch right after you ask them their name, would you? I mean, let's laugh about that for a second. If I sat down next to you at an in-person networking event and I said, hey, I'm Tracy Beavers. I'm a business and sales coach, and I teach entrepreneurs how to attract their ideal clients and grow their email list without paid ads. Want to sign up for one-to-one coaching or my group coaching program? You're going to be like, no, and don't, right? This is no different. Have a conversation, human to human, and it might not look like the conversation could go anywhere, but you never know. That's what I love about networking and meeting people. We never know when we can be of service. We never know when someone else can be of service to us. We might meet our next best client, our next best collaboration partner, our next best source of referrals. You might add a great new person to your free Facebook group. We're going to talk about that next week, about how a Facebook group can grow your business. So here's where you may be thinking, okay, Tracy, I can do this and I'm going to try it, but what do I say and how do I do this, right? So on Facebook, when someone friends you, or on Instagram, when someone follows you, likes, hearts, comments on your post, check their profile. Make sure that they're an actual human being. And this is why I keep telling you to max out your Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn personal profiles so that people can see you're a legitimate person. Sorry, my hair is bugging me. So people can see that you are a legit person and they want to connect with you, right? That you're not a spammer or somebody that's going to try to take their money or anything like that. That you're a legit human being with an actual business and you're a serious business owner. Then you can send them a connection message in the DMs. Hey there, so fun to connect with you. How are things where you are? That's one that I use a lot just because it's easy and it kind of opens up the conversation. It's very similar to what you would say in person, right? Or on Instagram, if somebody follows me, I'll say something like, hey there, I really appreciate the follow, which I do. And how's everything going where you are? Or if I can see where they live based on their profile, I can say, hey, how's everything going in Texas? I mean, it's very similar to what I would say if I met you in a coffee shop. You know, hey, Jill, so great to meet you. How's everything at your house? Are y'all ready for the holidays? This is no different. It's the same. And they're gonna respond in some way, and then you take it from there. And a lot of times people will say, I'm doing great. How are you? And I'll say, awesome. I'm in Arkansas. I see that you're in Texas. Have you lived there a long time? Or if I can't see where they live, I'll say something like, I'm in Arkansas. Where are you located? Again, very similar to what we do in person. When we meet someone in person, we are looking for those common connections, right? It's the same way in the DMs. Look for that common connection, because let me tell you something. Of all my years meeting people in the DMs and networking, this world is way smaller than you think. And we have way more in common than we ever think that we do on the surface. It blows my mind how many people we end up having in common when I meet somebody. So let the conversation unfold and see where it goes, looking for those common connections. And at some stage, ask them about their business and see if you can be of service. Or if you're a health and wellness coach, if you get into a conversation about health, they're going to look at your profile, they're going to see what you do, and they're probably going to ask you about what you do. And then you have the conversation. But doesn't that feel more authentic than, or doesn't that give you confidence, I should say, to know how to open up the conversation? Just pretend you're in person. There's the only difference is the location of where the conversation is taking place. So see how easy that can be? I want you to let me know in the comments. And you may be asking, okay, well, you told me this was going to grow my email list. All right, great question. How does this grow your email list? As you're having the conversation, think about, how could you uncover a need that they may have? How can you be of service to them? Because you might have a really great lead magnet that on a topic that they've been looking for information on for months. For example, I was having a really great DM conversation with a gal on Instagram, and she saw in my profile, because it's maxed out, that I am a sales coach. Business and sales coach is how I describe myself. And she said, she said, oh my gosh, you're a sales coach. How long have you done that? I just am so uncomfortable with it. I can't. And I said, no worries. I said, hey, I've got a small free training I could send you that's going to help you overcome those mindset blocks with sales. Are you interested in that? And she was like, oh my gosh, yes. I had an opportunity to give her my Learn How to Sell Without Selling lead magnet, my free training. And she then became part of my email list. See how that works? Or if you've got an awesome Facebook group to invite them to, like I do, stay tuned for that training next week. It's a Facebook group. It's free. I'm not trying to sell them anything. I'm just making a connection with the goal of being of service, which is the key to having these conversations, and in the broader scale, the key to sales, period. Making connections. That's the whole key to sales. So I want you to recap. I will recap really quick. Let's recap together. I want you to set your expectations correctly, because this is slow growth. It's networking. It takes time. But as with all of my strategies, at some point, these strategies are going to blow your email list wide open. We have to be patient and we have to be consistent. The wonder twins of business growth are patience and consistency. And you're connecting with another human being. Please remember that. So lead with your human beingness, if that's a word, and your heart. The other person will do that too. We are all way more alike at our core than we are different. We all want to be seen, heard, validated, and loved. So does that person on the other end of that direct message. Take the sale out of it. Forget about your product, your service, your awesome promotion deal you've got going on. You're having a conversation just like you would with this person if you met them in the coffee shop. So how can you be of service to them in some way? And remember, do not be discouraged with connections that look like they're going to go one way and they might lead to a dead end. We never, ever know. We never know if it's going to be a dead end or not. These connections can lead to some of the most fun places your business will ever go. Just focus on being of service to the other person. And if this exchange doesn't lead anywhere, that's okay. People are going to remember your kindness. They may end up referring people to you. They may end up connecting you with someone that's looking for a great podcast guest. They may want to join your Facebook group. They may want to recommend your Facebook group to people in their accountability pod or moms in their neighborhood, depending on your subject matter. You may end up landing in a honeypot of great new clients. The possibilities with networking are exciting and endless. See how all this might work to grow your email list and to grow your business? So that great free download I told you about, this is going to help you take this strategy work back through it and dive a little bit deeper into it, go to tracybeavers.com/DM for direct message. Jill's going to throw that in the comments in Facebook and on LinkedIn, and then it'll be in the show notes for YouTube and Instagrammers. If you want that, DM me the word DM or the letters DM, and we'll send it. It will be in my bio tomorrow after I've had time to download it. So Jill's going to do that for us. My friends, thank you so much for being here with me today. Let's make it easy to build our businesses, shall we? By making it easy for everybody to see who we are, what we do, how they can buy from us or hire us. And in order to get the visibility you seek and the new clients that you want, you've got to be visible, right? And that's what I teach. You can get a massive amount of visibility in my free Facebook group. So I want to invite you to join us, Instagrammers, YouTubers, and LinkedIners, if that's a word, because you can promote yourself. In my Facebook group, you can join over 1,600 entrepreneurs. You can promote yourself, your offers, tell us who you are, who you serve, show us your expertise, help the members in the group. They will help you. There is nothing better than a supportive, collaborative community when we are trying to build these businesses. The name of the group is Be a Confident Entrepreneur, Get Visible, and Grow Your Income. I want you to join us. And I say this every week. I hope these tips help you. I hope this is helping you grow your business, grow your email list, and get visibility. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you'd like to hear more about. It's my goal to be of value and of service. And if you're loving this content, I want you to join me every Thursday at 11:30 Central on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the places. And remember, next week, I'm going to tell you why a free Facebook group is a great strategy for email list growth and your business growth. And remember, you hear me say this all the time too. It's so funny. Somebody created a quote graphic that for me on Instagram. I thought it was the sweetest thing ever. Don't go it alone. Being an entrepreneur is freaking hard. Some days everybody wants to buy what you're selling, and other days nobody can remember your name. And if you think you're alone, you are not. It doesn't matter if you're day one, hour one building your business, or you are 15 years in and you're making $40 million a year. Everybody feels this way at some point. So jump into our Facebook group and get that support that you're going to need every day to knock this thing out of the park. And when you're ready for strategies that, oh shoot, why is that happening? I forgot to turn on my do not disturb. That is so funny. Live video, you got to love it. Okay, I don't know what happened on Instagram, if I'm still there or not, but we'll find out. When you're ready for strategies that are going to get you more visible and help you break through the very loud online space, let's talk about coaching. Reach out, set that free info call. I want you to have a great balance of the week and weekend. I know it's the holiday season for so many people. We're getting ready to enjoy Christmas at our house. I want you to enjoy your holidays with your family. And remember, when one of us rises, we all rise. So we have got to keep cheering each other on. Now I'm going to check the comments really quick over on Facebook. I hope I'm still connected over there. When you forget to turn your do not disturb on your phone, when you're using your phone for a live video, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So many people here. Yay. April's here. Jim. You had trouble finding the link. I'm sorry. The link was tough for you to find too. Oh, shoot. Okay. Elisa's here. Awesome. Renee's here. Jim's here. He's funny. He says, congratulations. I love it. Jim likes my tree. It is a really pretty Christmas tree. Somebody said, guys, you do not want to miss out on Tracy's course. So much valuable info. Thank you. It says Facebook user, so I can't thank you. I can't use your name right now, but thank you. Renee, Judy, waitlist is there. Somebody said, Elisa says, sometimes I find it hard to pivot the conversation towards my call to action. Yes, I get it. It takes practice. When you're connecting with someone else, you're really just trying to have a conversation and make those common connections, and then try to uncover in the conversation how you can be of service, if that makes sense. But Elisa, she's one of my private clients. We can talk about that on a deeper level for sure. All right, let me just check. Jill says, most definitely. Renee says, thank you. It's important to understand the right way to do this. Do you have a cheat sheet or something with ways to open the DM conversation? Yes. So go to tracybeavers.com/DM. And that is the free download for this training. That should have tips in it. If your question is not answered in that, send me a DM and let's talk about it. And this is a strategy that we go deep into in Business Visibility Made Easy. So that free download may not have all the answers you're looking for, because the deeper dive of it is in my paid program. But you can totally grab that. Somebody said, thank you for your wisdom and encouragement. Ah, you're so welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm just scanning through these comments really fast. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you guys too. Okay. Have a great balance of the week and weekend. Remember, you're not in this alone at all. And if you need somebody to talk to, send me a DM. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week.